And that's it has a name, Spryker Package Search tool. At this moment, I'm considering to rename it, but anyway, yeah. So that's a pure MCP server, Model Context Protocol server, that gives for AI agents additional tools. You can read a little also, but it has a couple interesting tools that can be used on daily basis. So, and the first I would like to demonstrate to you, I disable non-split and enabling this tool. And the first tool is search Spryker package. So exactly what it does, it just uses GitHub API to find packages among Spryker organizations. So you can do it also manually, opening GitHub and adding filter options and filter among Spryker, Spryker Echo, Spryker SDK, so Spryker feature, so just, and that will be some manual work. But in this case, it's a little automated for me. And in case if I need to find some needed Spryker package, in this case, just simple case, okay, find Spryker package for sitemap. Yeah, so I need to install a package for sitemap generation. And it can help me to find it. And we see that it starts searching. So, and by the way, of course, to enable this tool for Cloud, you need to add a GitHub token, your GitHub API token. Okay. And it found it and currently present you that here we have a Spryker sitemap here. So I demonstrated to you quite primitive use case. Sometimes we do not understand what we need. Yes, so, and sometimes also, according to my experience, Cloud can be too smart and add to the query a little more information that at least Google or GitHub can understand. So in this case, I recommend kind of to read how it makes search, yes, how it builds query, and perhaps ask him some advices. And you can see that the search performed across organizations. Yes, and I believe the one package, the one organization is missed here. That's a Spryker community. Am I correct, Florian?
Florian is nodding. He's confirming. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna add also Spryker community here. So this is just a simple way to make your everyday job easier. For example, for me, that's quite relevant use case because I can consult some projects, and also I need to check if there is a ready solution among Spryker packages, and at this moment we have, I don't know, several thousands of Spryker packages, and honestly, even despite of experience, Spryker, I do not remember all features, all packages. So, and I use this search quite often, but I got tired of adding filters manually, whatever, or generating different queries, ideas for queries, how to find it. So that's why I just delegated this work to Cloud. But so I'm demonstrating you it with Cloud Desktop tool, but it can be anything. So just an example for tools. Yes, so AI assistant also has model context protocol for PhStorm, but if you use another AI agents, Windsurf, or even some plugins like Kodo for PhPStorm, so most of them start supporting MCP this year. So, and I would say that this year is the year of MCP, of this protocol. Okay, and what tools it has more? It can search something inside package code, inside files. Let's ask something like, let's find let's try to find something, some plugin, yeah? Like that. Search in Spryker packages. I have no idea what it can find. That depends on GitHub. I cannot suggest you kind of exact use cases of using this tool. I have never used it for real world, but it's possible. Perhaps you will find it for yourself. And doesn't have internet access. What? Something wrong with internet access? Okay, but I'm just showing to you its capabilities, so it can find some code. And the addition and the last tool is a search inside documentation. That's also Spryker GitHub search inside files. But at this moment, it finds inside Spryker documentation repository. And how it works. Find in Spryker documentation. So, for example, splittable order items. So why I like working with AI tools? Because I can just type any mess and it understands me. And splittable order items, okay. Well, it's searching, so oh, by the way, I'm run out of my tokens for today. I cannot demonstrate it in a real life, but I can, for example, to show you some previous results. I tested it. Yeah, that's a pretty similar prompt as you can find. And it found me some links that I can read about this information. This tool is primitive, and I'm gonna replace it with another tool because at this moment, perhaps you know that we have some search functionalities on Spryker public documentation, but it also quite primitive and find almost nothing to me. And I'm gonna change it and improve this search use cases for Spryker documentation, and also reuse it by introducing MCP server that can use our Algolia API. As you can see, it uses Algolia inside. So they will be just available search, but within your AI tool. So, and these search capabilities will be much better. So it will be released, I believe, in several weeks, I hope. But anyway, so my recommendation for you is, if you have some use cases or ideas, what kind of information can be used for AI by running MCP server tools, so please share with me. I am available in LinkedIn. Yeah, so feel free to connect me and share your insight or ideas how it can be used for your everyday work. So, and we will try to improve this tool. The main idea of this presentation, the main aim is to inspire you start using kind of model technologies, AI technologies on your everyday work, just to make your life easier. That's the main purpose of AI tooling. And also using them, if you have any ideas, any insights, share with me. Feel free to contribute by yourself in this to these repositories, or open any issues. So I promise to react on them. Yeah, and I believe we can improve these tools in future in a half of year, and move them even on another level. At this moment, they are quite simple, but ready to use.
any other feedback, or maybe there's another helper you worked on that you enjoyed. But looks like everyone is happy with what you presented, Vitaly.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, so there will be additional enhancement for package search, and that will be documentation search, and that will be a real Algolia search, and with much better results and matching. So I believe it will help you. And also I'm gonna design tools for it to make possible to use them for vibe coding, just for code generation. I cannot say you that it will be, I don't know, it will cost low amount of tokens, because documentation, fetching documentation, and it's tokens like Gargantua, honestly. But the price what you pay for, so that's on your side anyway. You can use local LLMs, but for good local LLMs, you need quite good hardware. At least my M3 Pro and 18th RAM is not enough, honestly. So it generates a bullshit. So you need virtual RAM, so and better hardware for local.
Okay, straight up. So now you know, if you want to run it locally, you need the proper hardware. So that's
you need money, a lot of money.
Okay, cool. Vitaly, thanks. And we are landing on an hour of our user group, which I always love. So, and again, last reminder, if you have ideas, share them with us, share them with Vitaly, give feedback, right? Like it's something we want to invite others to contribute, and do it vice versa, right? If you build something, share it as well. So that's basically how we keep growing the whole ecosystem. So I will just do the quick ending of today's session. Again, we are constantly doing some kind of cool events, cool engagement activities. So again, I talked about Quest, so we got that one. Florian is the man when it comes to the June hackathon in 2.5 weeks, which will be really fun. And we got also some people confirming again. So we're a really nice group of people having some good time and developing stuff. So that's always nice. And again, as always, we are all looking forward to see you at Excite, which is in 3.5 months. So still some way to go, but yeah, make sure to book your hotel or maybe your travels already. You might secure some good prices on them. And then we see you in September. If there's nothing else, I wish you a great day. Take care of yourself and see you at the next one. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you.